I'm Ilja.
And I'm Alina.
So it's 2016, it's our first video in this year. We are back, except for the blender. And the first video of this year is a top 10. I think it's one of the most popular things out there in the YouTube to make top 10s. So we made our top 10 games of 2015.
It was about time.
Yeah, I think you want to know what our favorite games. We haven't played many of these 2015 titles, but we have few, and we'll share it with you, our favorites. It was a bit hard to make the list. There were many titles, strong titles to be in the top 10.
Quite different games. It was quite hard to put, let's say, party game or a smaller game next to a bigger game. Mm-hmm. But I tried to just check which ones I enjoyed more, and which ones I had more fun. Yeah,
that's the thing. So we made the lists, and I think we can start with. Maybe we'll start with the honorable mentions first.
Those I didn't make to the top 10, but we really wanted to.
Yeah, they're really cool games, but there are more games. There are many games that we liked this year, but just top 10 only. But I have 3 honorable mentions. First of all, I have Roll for the Galaxy. It didn't make my top 10, but it's a really cool game. We have the expansion. We have tried the expansion yet. I think maybe the expansion will make it even better. I like how you manipulate your dice and how you choose the phases. How you choose the phases. How you choose your actions. And sometimes the opponent can screw you up by you're thinking that he will tempted to choose the action, or you will just want him to choose the action, he will not, or he will choose the action, you're cheering up, oh great, he chose the action that I really wanted to. So it's a lot of that thinking, outguessing. Yeah. So the second one is Steampunk Rally. I really like this game. I don't like racing games that much, I think, but Steampunk Rally has this draft mechanic that was quite interesting, as you're using cards for resources or to build them into your machine or something like that. And it didn't feel like a race. It felt like half of the Euro game with some dice, and it felt really cool, interesting, engaging, fast. I just really liked all the special abilities on the cards and just using your dice to sort of put the engines on different parts of the machine.
Yep.
And the third one is a Gold West. It's a TMG title. I think we love TMG. So,
yeah, I just recently realized that TMG is, I think, first or second my favorite publisher. Just lots of games match our taste there.
Yeah.
Well, me personally.
But Gold West is a game. It's just a pure Euro game with. The theme is it's a bit abstract, I think, but the Mangala mechanic that was in there, like how you get the resources, it's really cool. Where to put the resources when you get them and how you get them on top so you can use them and so on. It's a points maximizing game, but I really enjoy it. I know it's like a well-oiled machine that you just enjoy because of the mechanics, but yet the game didn't feel like it was too dry or too hard to master. I mean, like the rules were quite simple. I love games that are fast, engaging, and simple, even if they are more abstract, more dry, and just pure eras. Why not? If it's a well-oiled machine that plays in an hour or so, let's say 1.5 an hour, then it's a great game. So that's my honorable mentions.
I will have only 2. One of them is Tiny Epic Galaxies. That was quite a surprise for us because we like Squad Arms quite a lot, but we don't believe in small box games. These are usually like the filler styles. I'm not into the fillers too much. So we tried that, and that was a real surprise. So I would really say it's one of the best dice placement games. You have really good options there. You have to make really good decisions. These big decisions you usually made in the big box games, not in the small one. So yep, that was one. And another one is It's a small cheat because I really want to highlight the Paco games. Sorry, I have to show it.
No.
It's like a pouch with 8 games and they're really tiny. But the game you actually have in this tiny box is quite interesting. This is I got these games just because they're tiny and cute. And I got like very much more. So I really say it's a genius
We got
to
them
make so many.
we got them in the auction in Essen, and we're satisfied. We haven't played all of them, but so far, for this tiny pack of just small, long cards, quite
Let's
quite
say
much game.
quite actual adult decisions you need to make there as well. So they're really interesting.
Yeah. About the Tiny Epic Galaxies, by the way, I like it as well. Eventually, some games has pushed it off the list and further off the list, but I still think it's a really solid sort of a dice placement game, dice manipulation game. It has really simple rules, a small package that I like. I can just take it everywhere. It takes some space on the table itself. But yeah, it's a good choice. It's a good choice even for the honorable mention. So let's.
Thank you.
So I think we can go to the best part.
Yep.
The top 10. Let's go.
Number 10.
So my top 10 game is Loop Inc. I really enjoy the small card game and this looping actions mechanic where you take the cards up and you have to play in the same order. So it was by the end it was quite a brain burner. So you had to make sure you had everything on the cards so you could make those actions. You had to make sure that your opponent will not screw up with you. So it was really different. It's quite different from other games. So I really enjoyed that.
It's a good choice. I like this game. Not that much than as Alina, but
Obviously.
I like the mechanic as well. It was an innovative mechanic of playing the cards and then picking them up in the same order, playing them in the next turn, and playing new cards as well. So you needed to plan ahead from the first turn. But I understand the criticism about this game is that you can screw yourself up by not making good decisions at the beginning of the game. And thus it make the experience towards the end a bit more depressing, or I don't know.
I don't think there are actually that actions that you can't get out from that dead end.
For example, you don't have the components, and you still need to play the card. It will be.
You can always do something else. There are like anomalies and trash and stuff. So no.
You just need to plan really carefully. I think. Yeah. My top 10 is the game that I like quite much. It's from TMG, of course. Yeah. And it's a Steamworks. It's a worker placement game. And what I like about this one is that you have the different possibilities to create, let's say you have different possibilities for placing your workers. How? You create the worker spots there, and your opponent creates worker spots. So you can go on each other's spots. You will just give your opponent an extra point or extra coin, depending on how many players play. I really like this mechanic, and the game is not that difficult to, like, the rulebook is not that difficult. And there are lots of tiles, there are special abilities, asymmetrical starts of play. So I like that. I like the theme, like you need to build those little machines, you need to build those power plants so you can power up your worker spots and then use them. It's really cool, the connections and everything like that. So I really like this game.
I think I was even more excited to get the game and to try it out, but I ended up with it was a good game.
I think you should try it more.
Yeah, might be. I think I might need to try it more. It takes quite a lot of space on the table. Even with two players, it took quite a lot.
Oh yeah.
Because you put these machines together, and each of them takes small space. So all in all,
At least you got a lot of punching.
I think that was punching.
Yeah, it wasn't. It wasn't
remember.
punched. I think. I don't know.
I don't
Yeah,
remember.
maybe. Anyway, my top 10 is Steamworks. Number 9, number 9. My number 9 is Mission Red Planet. I think you can call it a cheat because this game was produced now 11 years ago, in 2005. But the new reprint seems to be like a new game. You get new artwork, you get some new cool, I think, mechanic twists.
Yeah, the miniatures.
there.
I think there was, and
I think there were miniatures, but whatever. It feels like a new game, and you can call it a cheat. But I haven't played the old version. And for me, this is a game of 2015, and I really like this game. I really like the role selection, and it's so simple. It's so fast. Don't play with 6 players, I think. But it depends. It depends. Some people like
we
it.
tried with 6 players, but didn't actually enjoy it much.
Yeah, I think
I don't know why.
4 players, or maybe
was-
5 is at most. It becomes too colorful, but still, it's a great game with really simple rules, really simple special abilities of the roles you have. It's just so fast, and you understand everything. It flows like it's like a well-oiled machine as well. French designer Bruno Catala, great.
Seriously.
Yeah.
Well, I once realized that one of the really big pros for the game and really important thing that designers should keep in mind is how long is the game. The game really needs to end on the right time. Usually the perfect time is you feel you would like a bit more, just a little bit more, because when the game is too long you can become boring or samey. This game just ends quite fast. That's why I actually like it as well quite a lot. It's quite a fast
And it's
game.
perfectly, I think.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's perfect end.
But what's your number 9?
My number 9 is Codenames. It's a party game. We played with different people. I think every single one that we played with enjoyed the game. It's really fun to. We try to always switch the teams. Like basically after every guess, we try to switch the teams because it's really fun to guess how other people think, how their logic works. And sometimes you realize that, for example, we and Ilya don't think same, but I can have quite same thoughts with some random person. It's really fun. It's incredibly fun game.
Yeah.
It's
cool.
not random. It's not. You have to think. That's what I like in this party game.
Yeah, cool. Okay, let's go to the next one.
My number 8 is Roll for the Galaxy. Ilya already mentioned that, but it looks like I like it much more. And I remember the first game, it was really frustrating to understand because you need to put the dice. You have to plan the dice ahead, but it doesn't mean that you will get all these actions. It depends on what other player chooses. And I didn't know how to think of that game. I was really extremely frustrated after the first one. But later, if you know in advance these things, you think differently. I think this is the part I like quite a lot in the game. It's not just a dice roll and dice placement. You need to really think what would other person wants to do, and plan ahead. I like that it is quite easy, fun. So it is lazy evening game, and the replayability is quite high.
It's quite fast, yeah.
Yeah.
As a 2-player game.
You don't. The decisions are not. You don't have to think hard. It's like. When you feel like you're tired after work, you just take the game and enjoy.
Yeah. Okay, my number 8 is a game that it's sort of a father. I don't know how to say. It's parent game. Is the game that I didn't enjoy that much. I felt like it was lacking. Maybe the theme, maybe something else. It just was lacking something. And I'm talking about Seven Wonders.
Oh.
And the game on my top 8 is the Seven Wonders Duel. It's a 2-player version of Seven Wonders, but I feel like it's a whole different game. It plays really fast, it's so engaging. You just draft the cards from the center, you want to think differently here, that maybe you will take this card, but then you will reveal 2 more cards to the opponent and maybe he'll get something better. So you want to set up your gameplay so that your opponent gets crappy cards and you get good cards. And I love this part of the game, and it's so fast. I think I love it because it's so fast.
Yeah.
It's for 2 players. It's confrontational in the sort of a Euro sense, not like a combat. And you can win by military, you can win by science, you can get some special cool abilities, build the wonders that give you extra turns and some extra points and so whatever. So just sort of a really small game that just can take out, put on the table, play really fast, put it away, and that's it. And you can play it the next time and the next time. Just so good.
I like the game quite a lot as well. I really like that because it's fast. The decisions, you don't have to think hard before each time you take the card. But there is one thing that I don't really like in the game. I got twice stuck because I didn't get any resource cards in the very beginning. Like 2 times where most of the times, of course, there is a way to get out of the situation. But there were 2 times where I just had no option, and I knew that I'm like screwed for the whole game because I just didn't have the resources. I couldn't buy them, and it can happen.
Yeah, I think it can happen rarely. I think in the most situations it's just how the player plays. I think it depends on your own decisions and how you end up with the resources or not. I was having less resources in one of the games, not with you, with the other person, and I still won him because I was focusing on some other things, and just I won him by military, I think.
Yeah,
but
still.
Yeah, still, I think it has a lot of strategies and not that many flaws. So,
no, of course not. Just
number 8 was it? Yeah. So 7 Wonders Duel. Number 7. And the first crossover on number 7 in a top 10, I mean,
top 10, yeah.
is Codenames. I think I like or love Codenames more than Alina, probably because it's higher on my list. But
yes, kind of obvious.
yeah, no. But on the other hand, I can play it anytime. I can suggest it. I can play it anytime. If somebody tells me let's play Codenames, I'm gonna play Codenames. It was really hard to put it on the list because it's a party game. It's a small game, and you will see some games later that are really maybe heavier games, and there are really cool games as well. It's really hard to compare the games, but Codenames with such a simple rules, like you're just giving out a clue and they are discussing, it's really interesting to be a master, to give out clues and then watch them discuss and like think about why are they going in the other way than you're thinking, or it's like in the Mysterium as well, where you're the silent one and you're the ghost and they are the investigators. And here as well you get the feeling, even when you are the spy master, you are the team member who discusses and just tries to guess the words. It's also really cool to communicate with your teammates and to discuss together, and it's a so simple game that you can play 4, 5, 6, 10 times in a row. And we played, mostly when we took it out, we played many times in a row.
Yeah.
So I just love this game. It's my best party game.
I would actually mention one more good thing about the game. Vlada made a quite good job when choosing the words. Most of the words are simple, understandable, and most of them have several meanings, which is really good pro. There was a game, I think once, like a long time ago, Alias. They didn't have easy words. Lots of the words were complicated and it's not good, especially if you're not a native English speaker. But this, I was amazed. It's a really good choice of the words.
And there can be fun clues. Like once there was there was a grid of words, and there was like 2 words. There was a smuggler, I think, and alien. And the spy master gave a clue, immigrant, I think, 1.
I think.
And everybody chose smuggler.
2.
Didn't think of immigrant as alien.
Yeah, we thought like a space alien.
Yeah, yeah. It was just so funny. It was so funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, the space alien can be an immigrant as well. So it's code names. So what's your number 7?
My number 7 is Operation Kindergarten. You can watch our review. We'll post link somewhere. I really enjoy the game. It's dice placement game where you put the dice and you choose how. Oh, I'm sorry. So it's a playing area, kindergarten playing area where you need to make sure that kids are playing nice. They don't stumble on each other. They're all safe and sound, and they're gonna end up nicely in the classroom at the end. So it's really highly thematical. Everything makes sense there, and I really love, I enjoy how during the game we laugh at the decisions what we make. Like, we can be quite mean when we send other kid like to play with the poo or something, and it's really fun. I enjoy how you feel like you're trying to gather kids, but on the second round they're all gone. So
Yeah.
I love the game. I just absolutely love.
Yeah, thinking about this game, I think I like it. I like it quite much. Why I didn't get into my top 10 is maybe because of the other things. I try to rate everything. So I try to rate the production quality and the artwork. So it may put the game down on my list or out of my list. But still, it's a really enjoyable game. If you will look at this game and you don't really like the production quality of this game, you still should try it. The game mechanics are really thematic, and you have to save children from scissors and so on. So watch our review. I think in the review will give you a really good reason why to buy this game. So let's hope.
So this is one of the games that after you finish the game you will discuss and laugh about the game quite some time.
Yeah.
That's a good thing.
Number 6.
My top 6 is Time Stories. Perhaps it would be higher on my list if we would play the expansion as well, but we played only one. We played it in a row. We played it like 6 hours. I think we finished it from third round. We failed.
Yeah.
I really enjoy the game. I absolutely love the puzzles and decisions you have to make. Something that you remember from past times. It was quite stressful. I was badly depressed when we failed at the end. We made a wrong decision at the very end.
Whose fault it is?
Not sure, but all others decided. Yeah, I had to mention that. I really enjoyed it quite a lot.
Yeah. Time Stories is a good game. But my number 6 is, it's not Time Stories, sorry, but it's Above and Below. It has the storytelling element as well. And Above and Below is this game that gives you yet another set of simple rules, really, simple mechanics like worker placement and set collection. That's it. It's all really familiar. But with that storytelling aspect, when you go and you explore the caverns and you read those really small, tiny, really simple stories, and you make decisions based on the morality, I think.
Yes, there are quite few things that make sense. You sometimes feel. I remember I wasn't depressed, but I remember once when I thought I am helping to get not more like the to get in the
whatever.
Yeah, the track. But actually, I ended up releasing a demon. So,
oh yeah. You're helping the woman, and she became a demon. Yeah, that's the cool thing.
Quite interesting decisions that they actually usually make sense. You can usually decide which one is correct.
Yeah.
What you should decide, but not always.
Yeah, mostly it's like you see the granny and you want to help her carrying her stuff, or you want to steal the stuff from her and run away. She will not catch you anyway, so your moral will drop, but you will get some more gold, or you will help her and she will give you some resources, whatever. So I like the story part a lot. Sometimes I just go exploring. It's not strategically well played, I think. I can lose the game, but just like exploring, just like to read out the stories. On the other hand, the worker placement stuff itself and all the different artwork on all different characters is really cool. I just like how this is the same. It's a well-oiled machine with cool artwork, cool story elements, and it's just so simple. It plays fast. It plays well. We played with 2. We played with 3 players. So we liked it with
2 is quite good game. We enjoyed.
It's a lazy. For me, it's a lazy evening game. It's not a too simple game. It's not a fiddler game, but it's a lazy evening game when I don't want to think too much, and I can lose in this game, but I will still get that good feeling of storytelling and whatever. So, above and below my number 7.
Yep.
Sorry, number 6. Number 5. My number 5 is a game that I felt I will not like. I saw it on Kickstarter.
He bashed it badly.
Yes. Lots of miniatures, whatever, another like sort of merry trash of miniatures. I don't like really these kinds of games. But it ended up to be a really cool hybrid style game, and it's Blood Rage.
Yeah, it's a crossover with Ilya, so it's my top 5 as well, so it will be easy to speak about it.
Yeah.
We gave it a chance where we thought, okay, we'll put it on the wish list, and if Secret Santa gives it to us, we will try. So thank you, Secret Santa. We're really happy owners of the game. Yeah, we ended up really liking the game. The decisions there, it was not just pure battle like Ameritrash that I thought it would be. So that was quite interesting. The draft
mechanic, the draft mechanic, all the cards, and all the cards are good. When we first played this game, it was like the first stage. Oh, it's a really cool card. I want this. I want this one. I want this one. All right, I cannot choose. All right, I'm gonna choose this one. Maybe this one will come back to me. And then we get to the second stage. It's like, oh.
Yeah, you can hear
cool.
people. You can hear people say, ooh,
Yeah. When we got to the third stage, it's like, oh. These cards are cool, and it's like every time we got cooler cards, and that's good, that's great. It gets that experience that you go forward rather than fall behind. And it has many strategies. I got quite many points by just losing all my armies and so on. So I got many points by releasing all the armies from Valhalla and so on. So it has many strategies. It's simple as well, it's fast, it's simple, it doesn't have many rules.
I think this is what I actually like quite a lot as well. I usually tend to like this thing in the games where you have lots of different ways to win. Well, there you get actually points. I think it was points.
The glory.
Yeah, the glory. Yeah, but still, let's say points. But there are several ways how you get them. So either you get just missions, you bash everybody in the battles, or some other ways. I like that you can choose the way you want, and you can switch in between the game. It's not like you have to choose from the very beginning the way let's say way to the victory, but no, you can switch it. Even when you see like, okay, this is not working, then you're switching. Yeah.
We have the expansions as well. We haven't tried them, but I think the expansions will be great. I have seen already some gods and whatever, some other things. So we'll try these. Yeah. So we'll try the expansions and see maybe it will rise in our list and become our crossover number 4 or number 3 or whatever.
Might be.
Yeah, it's a really cool game for this year. One of the best this year, as you can see. Number 4.
My number 4 is Gold West by TMG. This game didn't invite by its look. It looked way too random, way too dry, way too just something. But we heard quite a lot of feedback, and we gave it a try. Yeah, that's our TMG collection. And I ended up liking it quite a lot. Of course, the thing that I like there most is this Nakala mechanic. This is
Mancala mechanic.
How did I say?
Nakala.
Oh yeah, Mancala mechanic.
TMG.
Because this is the way the resources you get is spread out, how you want to use, how you want to get them later. So this is really important part of the game, and it was, well, I would say still it's quite unique because you don't really use that mechanic quite a lot. Well, there is some 5 tribes and then this game that use that, and it gives already to the game like unique feeling. There's nothing complicated in the game, but you just have to get that thing, how to spread them, where to put them, where to get the points, and like the right timing.
Yeah, if somebody tells me that he wants to play just pure solid Euro, I'm gonna recommend the Gold West. I think it's really
Yeah, but it's pure Euro, but it was not boring Euro.
It wasn't dry as I was thinking about it, but as it was TMG, we felt like we need to give it a chance.
Quite trusting that company.
Yeah. So and my number 4 is a game that I waited for so long because it was a Kickstarter game. When I saw it in Kickstarter, it was so great. It looked so great, and so The Veruca Salt. That's not the game's name, but the game's name is Trickerion: Legends of Illusion, and I liked it quite a lot when I played it. I played only the base game so far. As you can see, I even loved it. That would be the proper words. Because all the theme in this one, for some people, because it's a heavy Euro, so the heavy Euro, some people may feel a bit abstract as they are trying to get it. They're trying to understand how everything works. As soon as they're just trying to understand, it becomes a bit abstract to them. It feels a bit abstract. But when they understand all the mechanics and when they start not thinking about how to do this stuff and that stuff to get that stuff, and start thinking of, oh, I need to hire a specialist, I need to get some components to prepare tricks to go to the theater and make a great performance. When you get all the mechanics and you start thinking thematically, you'll get a really cool theme and really thematical game, really strong game. But you need time. You need to give this game a time. Some people don't want to give time to the games. For example, when you play it first time, you want a great experience for the first time. This game rewards more plays, I think. It rewards you when you play it more. I'm quite certain about that, and I think it will get even better for me. So it's Trickerion, Magicians, Magnolia, and you get these Trickerion shards and whatever, you perform tricks, and it's just so cool. I don't like heavy Euros. I don't normally like heavy Euros, but this one was exception because it has so cool themes, so cool artwork, and it felt so like a really like the same as I always want to say, well-oiled machine.
It's his favorite phrase.
But it's just like worker placement. It has some random elements as well. So Trickerion is an exceptional game, and I would recommend it to anyone who likes Euro games, who like worker placements. Don't be scared by its heavy Euro style mechanics. Just go through that. It's not a big struggle, you know.
I'm indecisive regarding the game. We tried the first time.
I don't know.
I don't know.
These are my words to you as well. What I was saying to the camera.
I will never agree. Well, there's no point of arguing. We did that many times already with Ilya. I would never say it's highly thematical. No. I wouldn't say it's based on theme either. But it's like it's something in somewhere in between. There are a few things that are made unnecessarily complex, but of course you can. I got hard times first few rounds to understand. By the end of the first game, I only realized what I need to do, what decisions, where to go. So it was all because of that complexity.
It may have ruined the experience, but I don't think they made things overcomplicated. It's a heavy Euro, by the way, and it gives more to the theme, all the things. For me, it wasn't so fiddly that the others said it was fiddly. For me, it wasn't fiddly at all. I understood it from the first turn. I got the last place, because it just I like to experience game. I don't like to think too much and get maximum points. So, but I didn't feel like it's a fiddly game. It gave me a lot of theme in there. So it depends on the players as well. But there was a bit. It was a big question for me, as Alina loves Panamax, for example. And it's a really complicated game as well. And the theme there is, it's my biggest no for the game. It's Panamax, sorry, but yeah. But I hope Alina will give it another chance with the expansion as well.
We agreed I will.
Yeah, and we'll see. Maybe she will then feel that the game is better than she feels right now. Because then she will understand all the mechanics already and start playing from the first time. So that was number 4, Trikirian.
Number 3, 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 number 3.
So my number 3 is Elysium. What to say about this game? Space Cowboys. When I heard about this game, I heard about Space Cowboys and so on. So I was thinking that it might be a really good game. It was really interesting artwork that I saw there on the cards as well. And when we got this game and I played this game, I really love card games. I really love the sort of set collection and symbology and whatever, just a bit simple card games, yet that gives you deep thought in what you do on your turn. In Elysium, you try to get right cards. You have the columns, you spend columns, but you think about how to spend the columns, what columns to spend, so you can get later you can get more cards that you need and so on. You will make the sets, put them in Elysium as well, so you need to spend action. So there's a lot of layers and strategy in this game, although it's a bit simpler card game. I just love how everything works and how you can make combination of cards and so on. I just love card games, and I think that's why it's so high on my list. It's just another.
I like this game quite a lot as well. I agree with, I think, basically everything Ilya says, but the reason it's not on my top 10 and not even an honorable mention is that after I finish the play, I don't have emotions. I don't have any memories about the game. It will not invite me from the shelf. So it's it's a great game, but something, I'm not even sure that something is missing, but it's just, it doesn't give me any emotions. That's it, I think. And I need that in a game.
Yeah, I can understand, but for me it gave me emotions. And when we played it first, I was impressed. I was so impressed. I was like, oh, it can be in my top 10 of 2015. I already knew that.
And it's beautiful. It's gorgeous.
It's gorgeous, yeah.
So my top 3 game is already mentioned, Theme Park Rally. I like it quite a lot. It's really fun. I like the things that are different in the game. I like the way when you roll the dice, you put them on the cardboard, you don't just take them away the next round. No, they will stay there. You have to spend your actions to remove the dice from there to use that action space once again. And the way you get the dice, and the decisions are easy and quick usually, and let's say there are things that, for example, I was in the very front, I was leading, and then Ilya can actually reach me and go over with. So it's like surprising things that you can do to speed up as it's racing game. There are things that will slow you down, and some stones that you can run on that will ruin your car.
So you mean if somebody is in the lead, it doesn't mean he will stay in the lead. He needs to manage his resources and everything, the cards and everything. He has to manage the drafting phase really well to stay in the lead.
Yes,
everybody can catch up.
Yes, you can be really strong leader like most of the game, but what I wanted to say that it's quite easy to catch up. I think that's what I meant. It's easy to catch up, and it's often really surprising. Oh, okay, I'm so sure I'll be somewhere during the first, and then I totally fail.
Yeah, that's Theme Park Rally. I like it not that much than Alina, but it's a really good game. I think it's my Is it my favorite racing game so far? Yeah, it must be. It must be. Yeah.
The race is not. It's not the main thing there. So for people who don't like race games, they should still try it out because it's the theme is race, but actually these are more like points maybe. Not only, but it's not the main thing
Euro
there.
game. Yeah, I would say. All right.
It's a great game.
Number two. Number two. Number two. Number two. Number two.
We're getting closer to our favorite game of the year. But first,
Top 2. I think
Yes.
I am going to surprise either everybody or most of them. It came quite surprising to me as well. My top 2 game is Flip City. It's a small deck builder
you surprised me as well. A lot.
from TMG. Surprise, surprise. This is the game where when you build the deck, it actually makes it makes difference which way you put the card, and you can buy the card and then you can spend money and flip it. So it's like the card both sides. So when you shuffle, you need to maintain the same side. It's a push your luck that has push your luck element. You need to have, I think it was 8 stars. 8. So
Or 7, 8.
I think it was 8. So
It doesn't matter.
you play the cards. You can play quite many of them, but there are sad faces. So whenever you have 3 of them with some modifiers other number, you need to discard all of them. So you put out as many cards as you want, and that's when you think like wherever you will risk and put additional card or not. So there is quite a lot of tension, and I really love the game. It ends up, it's not a long game, of course, obviously it's quite short game, it's quite fast game, but I really like it's so exciting to see. Like you can sometimes give away your bad card to opponent to his deck.
It's a really cool small game, but it's not a top 10 material, I think.
It's totally.
I like it, but it doesn't have variability. I hope they will finally make the expansion for this game.
We know there is expansion on the way.
But it will boost the game. They need to make it faster. You know, they needed to make it a long time ago because it's a small game. They need to make it faster. This game needs an expansion. It cries for the expansion.
I think the expansion had 2 new building. I believe it was called Recycle.
Something like that, maybe.
Something like that. I know it's on the way, but I just get bits of pieces of the information, but I don't get everything.
Get it out faster.
I badly want an expansion. Can't imagine, because Ilya doesn't want to play the base game with me anymore. And
I can play it, but the thing is that the game can become samey. There are a few flaws with the game. First of all, I'm fine with the random factor in such small games as Flip City, for example. I'm fine with that. I'm fine with the push your luck element. I don't like push your luck mechanic that much. For example, Port Royale, boring game. But here it's cool, but some people may not like it. And sometimes you just cannot do anything on your turn. You just had bad luck and you get these unhappy faces right away, and you lose your turn, and that's
quite
it.
a lot. That's why
But it can frustrate people.
That's what I wouldn't call a flaw, because that's part of the game. You get quite a lot of situations when you put like one card, like, oh, oops, my turn is over, like I couldn't do anything.
I cannot completely agree, but these are different opinions, and that's fine. I like this game. I like this game really, but I like it as a small, fast deck build, sort of deck building. It doesn't feel like
it doesn't feel like a deck builder, by the way.
Feel like a push your luck element when you buy more cards into your deck and try to do the push your luck mechanic more and more. But this game needs expansion, and it's not a top 10 material in my opinion. Not at all.
It's top 10 material, not even 2015. I think it might actually fit in my top 10 overall. I think at least it has really good chances.
I can understand people are different and opinions are different. So my number 2.
Did I surprise you?
I will not surprise you.
Yeah.
Maybe she surprised you, but I will not. My number 2. It's a crossover. Alina had it on her lists. previously. My number 2 is Time Stories. I was surprised that Alina didn't put Time Stories higher on the list, because the experience we got, and that's what we are always talking about. We want to get experience and we want to get fun from the game. And I haven't had that much fun in the game for a long time. I mean, I just played for 6 hours straight. I didn't even realize that the whole day was gone. You know, we started from lunch and we ended up in the evening. And I was like, oh, it's evening already. It's like it's 10 o'clock. Oh, wow. You know, this game was so engaging. We couldn't even eat while playing this game, because like you need to be in this game, you need to be the character in this game, and so on. So I cannot spoil anything from this game. I really want to talk about this game more, but you just play it. It's cool. All the puzzles, everything, the artwork. It's such a great experience, a story. Some people may not call it a game, and I'm struggling calling it a game. I think it's an experience. It's an activity. It's an experience more than a game. But it's still a board game, I'd say. So it's just you know everything about this game probably. So
yeah.
Time Stories, one of the, I think it can fit in my top 10 of all time. Definitely will play more expansion than I'll be on the 7th heaven, I think, with this game.
I'm quite sure it will actually would go higher on my list.
Skyrocket.
If you would play more of the expansions, I'm really looking forward to few of them.
Prophecy of Dragons and Under the Mask.
Yeah, exactly, these two.
I'm a fan of Egypt and
I'm not
ancient.
looking forward to the next one. I'm not really looking forward. I will definitely play that.
You mean the Prophecy of Dragons?
No, the next one.
The Marcy Case.
Yeah, Marcy Case.
Yeah, it's yeah.
I think it's like
we'll see. I think Time Stories itself is really great, and every scenario will be at least really good, if not great. But I'm looking forward to Prophecy of Dragons, because it probably has some dragons and magic, so I love that, and I love the ancient Egypt, and some more. We heard about some more, like the First World War or something like that. Sorry, it's a minor spoiler, but whatever. It's just the theme of the scenario. So don't get too
spoil anymore.
All right, so this is Time Stories, one of the greatest games ever made. I think.
I would say I would actually agree.
One of the most unique games ever made.
Yep,
So,
and one of the greatest as well.
Number 2. I think we should go to our favorite games.
Yep, favorite games.
Number 1.
I wonder if you can actually tell already. Guess.
Number 1.
So the number 1. A small spoil. I talked about this game in a Blender Best of the Month. It's one of these games. When we first played this game, I was thrilled. I was like, wow, such a small but great design there. It's a game by Bruno Catala and Bruno Faiduti, and it's called Raptor. This game has a theme of Jurassic Park, when one of you is playing dinosaur, the raptor, and her babies, and tries to escape from the jungle, and the other player is playing scientists who are trying to catch the babies and probably put the raptor to sleep or kill her or whatever, but they want to catch the raptor and her babies. And it's an asymmetrical play. But on the other hand, you just have a deck of cards, and the cards are numbers and special abilities. And the special abilities are quite simple as well.
Yeah.
So everything is so simple, but outguessing your opponent. You're playing the cards down simultaneously, and then you're revealing. Whoever has the lowest number gets the action on the card. Whoever has the bigger number gets the difference in between the numbers in basic action points that you can use to move and do some like basic actions or eat the scientist and so on. So I just love outguessing, and I was just thinking that
Ilja wasn't good at that.
Yeah, I'm not good at that, but I really love the experience. So it's like, she will play that card, then I have to play this one, but maybe she'll play the other card, so I have to play this one. I don't want to give her too many basic action points, but I really want this ability. But it's a small it's a small number. So if she puts out 9 and I will put out 1, she will get 8 basic action points, and I will get just an ability. You know, lots of thinking in this game.
I don't know how people play the game fast. We really have with almost each card we have this kind of thinking, like, oh, I have to figure out.
We just need to play it more, I think.
But there will still be we will still try to outguess. So it means that we will still.
Yeah, and the theme is cool. There is a theme, although you have just the abstract sort of a card play and then revealing cards, and this part is really abstract. But everything that's on the board itself, and how you move dinosaurs, how you catch and put the fire on and whatever, it's really thematic. So you get the abstract part mixed with thematic with the role selection. You know, this sort of a role, I think it's a bona fide this thing to like sort of a simultaneous card play role selection. I just love this game. This game is in my top 10 of all time. So
I remember my emotion when we first played it. It was like, oh my god, it's genius. Because actually,
genius.
how much you can do with one, basically deck of cards with like numbers and really simple actions. How much game is in that? It's incredible.
it's just, and the artwork and everything, miniatures, everything is different. Like Matagod is, I think Matagod will be my other one of the most favorite companies out there. We have the Cyclades. It's our favorite game of all time for both of us, I think. Yeah. So it's incredible. It's incredible. Raptor. So what's your number one?
My number one is Above and Below.
I think it's above more than below.
It's Above and Below. Ilja already mentioned, I think, most of the things that I like in the game a lot as well. I like how the game is entertaining to go explore, to read. So it is something fun and entertaining in between of the basic and quite simple, understandable hero. That makes the game special. Because you will remember some of the stories and decisions will give you either characters or resources or points or something. So I enjoy of course there will definitely be people talking about quite a lot about the storytelling element in the game, because that's unusual in a Euro game.
In a worker placement game, yeah.
Yeah. So I really like it. I don't have any more words, I think.
But if you look at our top 10 lists here right now, we're leaning towards this really sort of a meaty. I mean, in the sense of strategies, in the sense of deep thinking, but yet really fast, and like with these small rule books.
Yeah,
the games
not too complex. I really enjoy most
1 hour games, you know.
Yeah.
I would say 1 to 2 hour games that are simpler.
Well, if it's written 1 hour in the box, it's usually 2 hours for us.
So that's what I mean. Yeah.
Yeah, but I enjoy thinking in the games. So we really enjoy games that have simple rules. That's quite important. So it should be complex, but the decisions you need to make should be in the game. So it shouldn't be complex, but it should be meaty. Like
the tastes differ all the times, and they change and so on. And I think in half a year I will have more of these meatier games, heavier games in my list as well. Through the Ages, for example, I played it, but I need to play it more to decide if it's a great game from 2015 or not. We haven't played many other games like Catacombs. We haven't played the Bomb Squad and so on. Yeah, we just got it, and some other games. I think the Ophir is the 2015 games as well. So there are a lot of games that we haven't played, and I think they are all great games. So if you didn't find any of the games that you really like on this list, don't think they're bad games. There are two options. Even maybe we haven't played them, or there was just a really good year, 2015
There was.
Yeah. So you should put in the comments below. You should put what are your favorite 2015 games, and maybe you want to comment on the games we chose, and maybe you had
We would
some
love to
surprises.
see comments there.
Yeah,
What
maybe
surprised you? What didn't? What was expected?
maybe you were surprised that I didn't put what I didn't put. Sigil or something else in the. Well, yeah. Who knows? Who knows? Maybe you wanted to see other games. Just comment and give us your opinions on 2015 and our top 10. So we'll finish with this one right now, and I hope we can make another review very soon. So we'll
Hopefully.
catch up and see you next time. That was me, Ilja.
That was me, Alina.
Was it you? All right, yeah. So, see you.
See ya.
Bye.